This is a word problem that we are going to represent with a system of three equations. Before we get started, I want to draw your attention down here to this bottom sentence. It says, set up a system of equations to represent the number of candies of each kind that Amanda bought, but do not solve the system. So the first thing, I kind of want to work my way back up. If you look at the last sentence, so starting right here where it says let, it tells us that X is representing the number of 2-cent candies, Y represents the number of 10-cent candies, and Z represents the number of 15-cent candies. So as we read this problem, we know what our variables are. All right, so let's take a look at the first sentence. Amanda paid $3.16 for some 2-cent candy, 10-cent candy, and 15-cent candy. So that first sentence represents our first equation. The $3.16 is our total. So that's going to go on the right side of our equation. And what I need to do now is multiply each variable by what it is worth. So X represents the number of 2-cent candies. And if I wrote 2 cents as a decimal, it would be 0.02. Y represents the number of 10-cent candies, which would be represented by 0.10. And Z represents the number of 15-cent candies, so that would be 0.15. So here's my first equation. I have my total amount of money, and then I have each variable multiplied by its amount of money. The second sentence says she bought 39 pieces in all. Seems like there's not enough information for an equation there, but there actually is. The 39 is your total. That's how many pieces of candy she bought. And all I have to do with my variables is add them up. So if I just do X plus Y plus Z, each of those represents the number of candies of each kind. So if I add up X plus Y plus Z, that gives me my total number of candies. And then for our last sentence, the number of 15-cent candies is 4 less than half the number of 10-cent candies. The number of 15-cent candies, if you look down at the bottom, is represented by Z. So I have the number of 15-cent candies is. Is in math almost always means equals. And then it says 4 less than half the number of 10-cent candies. Now, less than is kind of tricky. Even though 4 less than came first, it's actually going to come last as a -4. So I know that it's going to be something -4. And then it says half the number of 10-cent candies. And I know that 10-cent candies is represented by Y. So it's going to be half the number of 10-cent candies, and then it's 4 less than that, so -4 at the end. So this is all we have to do is just set up the three equations. We do not have to solve it.